So everyone, welcome back to the Liechtenstein challenge with Vaduz. We've had a bit of resurgence since our last game against FC Baden and the disaster of getting knocked out of the Liechtenstein Cup. We've won on a bit of a run and we are back in the promotion race. But we've got a big game against Wil today and we need to win it. Let's see how we get on. Roll that title. So, as I was mentioning in the description in the start of the video, we've went on a bit of a run since the Baden game. As you can probably see, we beat Bellinzona 3-1. We did lose to Jamax, although I will explain in that little highlight reel we've got coming up. We were unlucky in that game, but after the Jamax game, we won every single game by at least 2 clear goals, apart from the Thun game. Aru 3-1, Schaufhausen 3-1, Thun 3-0. Then we had a couple of friendlies because we've got a winter break in Switzerland / Liechtenstein. But obviously we're in the Swiss league. And we beat Sion 3-1. And that, in turn, has put us in a very good position. We are currently 4th in the league. 11 games won now, 4 draws, 5 defeats with a positive 14 goal difference. And 37 points on the board. If we beat Wil today, we go 40 points, just behind Aru, although Aru do have a game as well, and they can catch it Jamax. But I think if we beat Wil today and go to the 40 points, that puts us a hell of a difference between at least 4th place or 3rd place, depending where we finish by the end of the day. And that will give us breathing room ahead of the 5th place, which is Wil. So we really need a win today. But we've had a change of formation, which I'll go through in a moment. But let's go through these games. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. So the first game we played offline was against Bellinzona. We beat them 3-1, although it was a very uncomfortable first half. We were definitely the dominant team, as you can see from the stats. We changed the formation, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner there. We went for 4-4-1-1, and it did work for 40 minutes. And then DA scored in the 38th. In the second half, though, we reverted to the formation that you'll see in the next game, and it benefited us really well. We deserved this game. We deserved the 3 points with the 23 shots, 7 on target. Bellinzona didn't really show up, and you can see via the XG we probably fully deserved this. So I'm pretty happy that we got the victory here. And let's move on to the Jamax game, and we'll show you the new formation. So in the bottom right corner, you can see we went to a 4-1-4-1, and after this game against Jamax, which I believe, I'm not 100% certain we deserve to lose this match, but it was a poor performance from us in terms of just creating any chances. You can probably see by the ratings in the right hand corner, our midfield just didn't really turn up at this game, and the one goal from Simone Rapp in the first 13 minutes of the game really sealed this up, and they were playing free at the back, and you know my feelings on free at the back this year. It's very difficult to break down, and we obviously couldn't do that. But after that, we had a game against Aru. We went 1-0 up in this game through a goal from Sisek. Unfortunately, Toure equalised, and then in the 80th minute, Rahimi and Kevgin scored for us. We went to the 4-1-4-1, and we were much better in this game. Even shots-wise, I suppose, in terms of shots and shots on target for both teams, but this was a big win for us. Then we played Schaufhausen. A hat-trick from Sisek really just dominated this game. 3-1, as you can see. But Schaufhausen in the second half, they came back through a Robin Kamba goal, but this was really good revenge for the earlier fixture where they just blew us away in the away game. So it was very good to pick up 3 points here. We visited Thun again for the 3rd time this season. We won this 3-0. Luckily for us, I don't think they had their shooting boots on for this game. They had 11 shots with 3 on target. We had 9 with 3. And they probably could have bagged the goal. But Sisek, again for us, scoring a goal. And then a pen from Tim Varian. And then Theo Golliard to round it up in 90 plus 5 minutes. Then after that, we had a home game against Sion. I feel like we dominated this game from the stats as well. A Dominic Franke goal for him in the 47th minute. Our new signing in the summer, left back. He's been really good for us going forward in terms of creating chances. Reto Zeglia got a pen for Sion though, but Tim Varian turned up in the second half for us. Big Tim, as I like to call him, 56 and 60 minutes, and you can probably see from the shots and shots on target we deserved this. But yeah, that was great to come back after the international break and record a victory there. So, this is the formation we've gone to since the FC Baden game. I wasn't happy with the 4-2-4 DM we were playing. We've kept 4-4-2 and 4-2-4 as other tactics, but this is the tactic we've been using since the Baden game, and it's been pretty successful. With the DM being Emini or Sandro Weiser, but Weiser's currently a little bit injured at the moment, and I'm going to talk to you about the injury crisis that we've got in a bit. But we've gone with this, and it's worked pretty well. So I'm going to keep using it for the rest of the season unless things change. So this is what I mean by the injury crisis we've had at the moment. Hadzi just got injured before this game against Wil. He was on the bench anyway, but I've had to give him an injection because I need him on the bench. But we've had a really rough sort of season with injuries. I mean, Hasler was out for a while, but then we've also got Krautsky, who's our right back or right winger, and it's not doing very well. Gazic got injured, Berish has been injured, and Weiser's been injured. So we're not looking particularly good. I have addressed the sort of goalkeeper issue that we had in terms of injuries there, and I am looking to get 2 more players in, potentially looking to get maybe another player in as well. So we'll go through who was signed, who we're looking at, and then we'll get straight into the Wil game. So in terms of current transfers that might be coming in shortly, we're going for Armando Maja, who's a free transfer. Not a particularly huge transfer, major player. I'll tell you why in a minute. But we've got Miguel Reichmuth coming through on loan from Zurich. He's going to be a main player for us, I think. But I need cover in midfield badly. We do not have a lot of bodies at the moment. And the fact that he's under the age of 21, we can use that loan rule to our advantage and bring those players in. If we were to sign anybody permanently, in this window, they would have to be under the age of 22, I believe, because then they can't be registered. Because there is a silly rule with the second division where if they play one game, they're completely registered for the entire season. So if you sell them, then they're still a registered player and you can't add any more in. It's really annoying, but we just got to get by with it. So the other player we're going to bring in is Armando Maja. Not particularly great, but the reason I brought him in is I need emergency backup just in case in terms of goalkeepers. And as well, the board wants us to sign Liechtenstein players, so he's a Liechtenstein player. It's literally a 1-year deal. It's nothing major. He's atrocious, I must admit, but hopefully that might get some of the board and the fans off our back in terms of signing Liechtenstein players. Who knows? The only other signing we brought in is Adrian Bajrami from Young Boys on loan. We needed a goalkeeper with the injuries in goal as well, and also we've got, I think it's Grobe, who is leaving us at the end of the season. I just needed somebody in as an emergency cover, basically, and Young Boys were willing to loan him in. He's nothing fantastic, but he fits the build, so all good. So the only outgoing we've had is Dejan Djordjic. He's gone to Vegele BK, I'm just going to call them VB, in Denmark for 160 grand. He didn't want to renew his contract, and we needed to make some money on this guy. There was a bid from a Czech Republic club, if I'm not mistaken, and I was desperate to try and get a buyback clause in. But we never did. But we sold him for 160k. What's also annoying about Djurjic as well is he's now a registered player for Liechtenstein, which is a bit frustrating because that would be really good for us to have Liechtenstein players as a core for the team. And we haven't really been able to replace him, so that's an annoyance as well. But potentially somebody down the line that maybe we go back in for. Who knows? But we'll see. A little bit disappointed, but we've got enough cover in the striking department to satisfy my my need for goals. But yeah, an annoying departure, but there's nothing we can really do. So we're going to get straight into the Wil game. Bellinzona and FC Baden are also playing today. It looks like Bellinzona are going to go down. They aren't particularly doing very well this season. Baden looks safe. I'm not sure if there's 2 relegation zones, if there's a playoff in the second league. There might be, but I am not particularly sure. Anyway, I think we're going to go with the same team that beat Sion. So that team will be Buka, Gassa, Rahimi, Treba. Although Treba might get swapped out for Isik. I haven't decided just yet. Franke, Mini, Sisek on the right, who has also decided that he wants to leave, but his contract is not up until 2025, which is a benefit for us. So we've at least got one more season, or this season anyway, with him, and then I think potentially we ship him on and get somebody else in. He's homegrown, so maybe we need to replace him for a homegrown rather than a non-homegrown player. Then after that, we've got Goliard, Fosso, Kalem. Not being particularly good, Kalem, but we need somebody on the left-hand side. And then we've got Big Tim Varian up front. On the bench is going to be Ardian. I'm just going to say his first name because I struggle to pronounce his last name. Keller, Isik, Stober, Hasler, and Hadzi. And then we've got Chabi, Thur, and Kavkin. As I say, we've got a lot of injuries. We've got 5 at the moment. And the rest are unregistered. So this is the team we're probably going to go with for the rest of the season, unless we get maybe 1 or 2 more loans in, which I think could happen. I think we could use 1 more loan on the top of the 3 that we've got in, and the potential of 1 more that's coming in from Zurich. We could do with maybe 1 more loan player. So I'm just going to go through the opposition instructions as I always do, guys. You know this by now. And we'll get straight into the game. I'll see you in a bit. Just before I go into the opposition instructions, what I might do in some of the games is start playing Hasler. We need to appeal to one of our senior players in the team because he's worried about the lack of depth or youth being played on the left-hand side. And I don't think Callum is that sort of player for us. He's not a player that's come through our academy or anything like that. So we'll need to bear that in mind. We'll see how we get on today. Hasler might make an introduction to the team. You never know. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So here we go, guys. We're playing at home today. We haven't had many home fixtures on the channel, but let's see how we get on. I think we'll go with the revenge factor here and see what that does. Hopefully we can get some good revenge on these, as we did lose to them, I think, in the last game we played against them. I think at the start of the season we drew 2-2 to Wil. But they were a decent side. They created us a lot of problems, but hopefully with this new vein of form that we're in, we can yeah, wipe them away. Let's see how we get on anyway. So Vil is going to kick off in the first half. And we can see the free kick, which is lovely. Well done, Gessler. I did go with Treber rather than the German centre-back we've got, which is Isik. I felt no need to change the team around, and this is not a good start for us. Balahul. 1-0. He always seems to cause us problems. But that is not a good start for us. Poor defending, to be fair, down that right-hand side. And to be honest, Frankie, who's been really good for us, making a poor mistake. I just want to have a look at something, so okay. Making a poor mistake. Their wing back seems to be having a lot of joy down our left-hand side. I'm going to go cautious. Sisek losing the ball there, that's really annoying. Guess I'm back to Bukel. Treber to Fosso. Frankie. Treber. Emily. Colliard. Sisek. Just over the bar from Tim. Might be making some changes at half time. Someone's... I don't know what's the matter with them. I was about to say someone's wound them up, but they're just really aggressive or unhappy for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, Frankie down the left-hand side here. Fosso. Oh, that's so unlucky from Fosso. It's good into the half from us. I have to say it. Here's Golliard. Probably our last chance before the second half. Before half time. That is a great ball to Callum. Big Tim Variant. 14th goal of the season. He is being crucial for us this year. I'm glad we got him on a new deal. That is a great ball. Was it from Rahimi? Yeah. That's surprising from Rahimi, and it's a nice assist from Callum as well. And Varian just slots it in. We've changed him around from like a pressing forward to a poacher. I think he works well as a pressing forward in a 4-4-2. But on his own, I think he's better as a poacher. But we deserve that from the second half, to be fair. I'm going to say we've been unlucky so far. It's not normally something I would say. But I do need everybody to change the game for us. I'm going to say... Yeah, the ability to make. I'm just gonna have a quick look. See who we've got. We could bring on Keller maybe for Gasser. They're all anxious for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they would be anxious. But Emily's not going to be coming off unless we can find somebody as a DM, maybe Isik, to come in for that role. Yeah. I might be looking at maybe a swap for Callum, maybe Hasler or something like that. We'll see. But I'm not going to change anything for now. I don't see the need to. Let's go balanced, I think. Oh, gone positive there. I don't know how we've done that. Oh, Tim Variant. Ooh, good strike. Too high. Sisek. Treber. It's Rahimi to Sisek to Golliard. Nice ball into Tim. Good start of the second half from us, though. Frankie de Fosso. Trevor. Emini. Plays it to Sisek, but Sisek doesn't really do anything. It's not his best role, the right-hand side for Sisek, but we have to... this is not good. Yeah, that's not good. That's really bad defending, that. You see. And we're back at square one. But yeah, Sisek's role on the right-hand side, he didn't do well there. But then again, what is our defence doing here? I mean, really? Traber as well. I thought he was having a good game up until then. And to be honest, Emini, the M role, it should be better there. I'm going to have to come back again. This is lovely play from us, though. Kalem. 2-2. Instant recovery. I think our defence is letting me down, unfortunately. So maybe some changes are needed. Gasser, Treba. Maybe Emini. I don't know. We could switch it to a 4-4-1-1. Let's have a quick look. So I think Gasser's going to come off no matter what for Keller. Kalem's having a good game. Can Hasler play in any position? What's he like in the middle? Mazzola. He's not bad as a Mazzola, you know. He's not bad. I've seen worse Mazzolas than him. And he's got a decent amount of flair. Golliard. I think Golliard and Fosso, though, they've had a decent game, so I don't see. Although we maybe... Ooh, that's tempting. Maybe we stick him as a DM. But then he's tackling. Too late as an anchor. That's tempting, I must admit. Maybe we do that. And do we leave him as a ball winner? That's the thing. Do we leave him? He's got agility, stamina. I think DM might be his best role on support. And what we could do is we could give Hasler a chance as a Mazzola on support. Just see if it works. If it doesn't, so be it. Treba for Isik. Treba. It's not particular. He's not great. Like, he's Liechtenstein though, so we haven't really got any alternatives. I mean, I could put Dominic Frank here there, central defender. Yeah, let's do that. And then we bring Stober on. It's annoying that Hasler has had no impact whatsoever from that, but we move on. I just think we need some changes. Tim Varian's never going to score from there. And it also means potentially we can push Kalim to off if we need to, and then we can put Hasler on the left. Or we could switch them around, to be honest. Ooh, that's not a bad strike. I think that might be the alternative, is we put Kalem in the middle. Yeah. I think so. Also, Tim Varian is looking a little bit jaded, I must admit. So he can play in the middle, can't he? As an advanced playmaker. As a Mazzola as well. Let's do that. I much prefer Hasler out wide. I much prefer him out wide, although what we could do is we could swap these around. Put him Mazzola on attack. And then what do we say? Charby as a poacher, maybe? Yeah. Or as an advance. What's he like as an advance forward? He's actually decent as an advance forward, Charby. I don't think I rate him as much as I should. Let's go positive last 15 minutes. We could do with a win here. Anyway, here's Goliard. Stolbert. It's a nice ball into Charby. Good save from the keeper. Good catch at least. Frankie misses out to Musi. That is not a good. That is not good from us. He's not a bad little player, him. One that doesn't go anywhere for them. Rahimi to Killer. Can we do something from this? Sisek needs to be. Yeah. That's another. That's twice now he's done that where a ball's gone over the top. And he's nowhere to be seen. Sisek. Good play. Callum. Oh, Foster, that's gone just over the bar. He's offside anyway, I think. One last change, maybe, can we make? Unfortunately, it's all midfield that's struggling, isn't it? Oh, we'll bring on Fair. Let's bring on Fair. For the last 5 minutes, we might as well. I didn't realise I had another winger on the bench. Although it's nice to see Fosso as well, performing in that DM role pretty well. Well, that could have potentially been a penalty there. Oh no, this is not good. Balhul. "94 minutes, and it's another draw against Vil. 2-2. I'd say in the second half we deserved to win the game, but we've avoided defeat, which is mainly a good thing, I would say, and we're above the ton there, and we got an 8-point gap to 5th. So 6 points off Jamax, but I think we can catch that up. Personally, I think we can catch that up if we can keep going on this good reign of form. That's now no defeat in the last, how many games? 5 games? We've had no defeats. I'll tempt fate now. Hansy's injured at 5 or 6 days. Yeah, we'll leave it to physio. Callum shines, even if it does fail to win. I thought he was very good. And as I said, that's 5 unbeaten for us now. So, what I'm going to do, guys, as I discussed in the last episode, is we're now going to play the Stade Noir, Baden, Bellinzona, Jamax, Aru, and Schaffhausen games offline. Hopefully, we'll be in a position there when we get to the Thun game at home on the 26th of March. We'll be in a position where we are challenging for the Challenge League. Hey, I put it on there. If we are, then we'll do the Thun game. I did mention in the last video I might do the Stade Noir game. That will be dependent, I suppose, that Stade Noir game, on where we are after the Thun game. Because what I would like to do is I would like to get, because we're playing 2 games at home on the final day, on the Friday and then the Monday against Aru and Schaffhausen, I think maybe a longer episode for the last episode of the, potentially the last episode of the first season, and then and then we'll do sort of maybe a season review in that episode, so it might be an extra long one. Just because we might be at the top there with RU as well. We've got some big games in May, so yeah, I'll see where we are after the Ton game, and then we might do a Stade Noir game. To be brutally honest, though, I'm feeling more the RU and Schaffhausen game, rather than doing any of the games in April. To be honest, that's a good 6 games after the Ton game: Sion, Wil, Stade Noir, Baden, and Bellinzona, and Jamax away, and then the 2 home games, and that incorporates more home games shown on YouTube. So, because we've been playing quite a lot of the games away from home. I think the last episode had 2 away games in, so more games at home. So, thank you for watching the video today against Wil. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to give it a like and a subscribe. It's greatly appreciated to me and shows me that you want more content for the Vaduz, the Liechtenstein challenge. Annoying draw today against Wil, but I think we can go on a bit of a run here. I'm hoping we go on a bit of a run here up until the Ton game. For anybody who is celebrating the new year, I wish you a good new year. Thank you to anybody who's popped into the video, made a comment. It's greatly appreciated. And I wish you all a good new year. Take it easy. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.